All right, in this recording, going to look at the attributes of this horizontal curve that has a pi at station 64 plus 32.2, intersection angle of 24 degrees 20 minutes, degree of curve of 4 degrees, and find the radius, tangent, long chord, uh, the ordinate distance, middle ordinate, external distance, middle ordinate distance, length of curve, and the stations of the PC and PT. So let's start with the radius. That's just a direct computation here from the formula 18,000 divided by pi and that degree of curve. So that's just 18,000 divided by pi and 4. And so out to 2 decimal places, that becomes 1432.39 feet. And then to find the tangent, we'll take that radius and multiply it by the tangent of delta over 2. We know the I here, I is delta. And so we can do that conversion from degrees, minutes, seconds into decimal degrees. So that comes out to be 24 and a third, 0.333. We'll just take that out 3 decimal places, degrees. So 1432.39 times the tangent of 24.333 over 2, and that's 308.82 feet. And then to find that long chord value, that's 2 times the radius times the sine of delta over 2. So again, back to that radius value, 1432.39 feet. And now the sine of my 24.333 over 2. And so that becomes 603.76 feet for the long chord value. And then I have the external distance, tangent times the tangent of delta over 4. So this becomes 308.82 times the tangent of that 24.333 divided by 4, 32.17 feet. And then the middle ordinate, radius times 1 minus the cosine of delta over 2, quantity of that. So the 1432.39 feet times that quantity of 1 minus the cosine of 24.333 over 2. So 32.17 for that. Sorry, this one should be 32.91. 91 for external ordinate, middle 32.17. External distance, middle ordinate 32.17. Length of the curve itself, 100 feet times the delta over d sub c. So that's 100 times the 24.333 over that 4. And so that becomes 608.33 feet. And now we're ready to find our stations of the PC and PT. We'll start at the PI, which is given to us here, 64.32.2. So we'll start that. We'll convert that into regular numbers from stations. So it's just 6,432.20 feet. And we'll travel back the tangent distance to get to the PC. So minus t, so minus that 308.82 feet. And that gets us to 6123.38 feet. That's my PC location, which in stations is going to be 61 plus 23.38 stations. And then to get from the PC to the PT, I'll go along the length of the curve, which I've already found up here, that to be 608.33 feet. And so that gets me to a PT of 6,7 31.71 feet, or in stations, 67 plus 31.71 stations.